Welcome to another day of blinding wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita. I'm Atmadarshan or Laura. It's wonderful to have you here. It's just been such a joy over these months to follow the journey of the sun, both in timing as to when it comes up and where it comes up. And we'll continue this until December. Two things. If you're new, welcome. We'll have a couple of announcements and then get into some yoga philosophy, some Eastern philosophy. Thing one is that, actually, two things are happening next week. And one is that our regular weekly group classes are starting back up. This is a formal invitation to each and every one of you. If you'd like to join and spend more time getting into practices, getting into theory, then you're most welcome. We have classes for all levels, from all levels, like a foundations class to an intermediate class and a yoga nidra, as well as some other things. And of course, you can keep attending this for free. For the paid classes, if money is ever an object, please let us know, because we do not want finances to stand in the way of people getting what will benefit them. Second is, I'll be announcing this for several days. I have my annual primary care physician appointment next week, next Tuesday. And when I first scheduled it, before I knew about this sadhana, I'd scheduled it during the sadhana time. And I tried months ago to get the time changed, and I was informed that if I wanted to change the time or have another day, I would actually have to schedule that for 2025. So up next Tuesday morning, there will not be a live video because I'll be in a doctor's waiting room, but I will be doing the practice. This is a great time for you to notice. Can you do practice on your own? Have you developed equanimity in regards to this? And I will keep reminding you. Okay, now for today, we're going back to the theme of Samatvam in the Bhagavad Gita, the theme of equanimity, of being yourself, of being the way you want to be, no matter what life throws at you. And as somebody who's got a lot of fire in me, pitta, a rajasic pitta, I can tell you that it doesn't often take much to alter my usually calm and friendly demeanor into something else. We're in chapter 6, and we're resuming our journey with verse 32. So here are some ideas for embracing equanimity, being yourself, being who you really are, no matter the circumstance. And I'm chanting from the poetic translation, which is in all three of the Song of Your Soul books. Krishna says, and when we refer to self in this verse, it's a capital S self, your true self, as opposed to your little s self, your ego. Krishna, who represents the true self, says to Arjuna, who represents the ego, seeing the self within himself and seeing that self everywhere, in joy and sorrow, that one is deemed the true yogi, Arjuna. So Arjuna is at a crossroads facing a very difficult decision. It's so difficult that he has a sense of being deserted by his spiritual beliefs, by the divine. And what Krishna is saying is, develop the ability to realize that the divine is here with you all the time. It's our limited self, our ego, that looks upon the divine or cosmic plan and goes, that stinks, or that's fantastic. Because what's fantastic for me might stink for you, and vice versa. I'm thinking of this again with the political elections coming up. Candidate you vote for, and you might go, yay, they won. I might go, ah, and vice versa. So there's no absolute reality. Einstein said this as well. It's relative. And what we can try to do, all of us, is see the divine that exists everywhere, that's created and is sustaining and is ultimately transforming minute by minute all that we perceive. That there is something that we can count on that's more permanent besides these ever-shifting situations we continuously find ourselves in. Even driving down the street in traffic, I hit a traffic light, a red light, and I go, dang, while the other people going through the green light are going, wee. And from traffic light to traffic light, my mood can change. Green, red, more red. Oh no, red. And it's tempting to go, wow, I got all green lights today. I must be doing what God wants me to do, or God is on my side, or thank you, Ganesh, right? And it's harder to see that perhaps I was stopped at those lights for a reason. This is one of the challenges. So if you can see, if you really connect to the idea of a supreme, whatever you call it, a god, a goddess, a non-gender, non-binary identity, a triumvirate, an absolute idea like justice, a physical idea like energy, E equals MC squared, that kind of thing, that it's everywhere. It's constant. Just like the true self, we see our bodies changing, our minds change, our emotions swing, but there's a true self within us. And we have to learn how to access and trust that no matter what our little self, our ego is saying. And if we want to look at a more advanced form, when we look at other people's fortune and we say, oh, that person has everything I want, the divine must be smiling upon them. Could be, could also be a curse. I might have shared this, I've shared this story in other situations. I might have shared it here, but there was a Twilight Zone episode, love it, one of the old black and white ones, where a man dies and he's trying to decide if he's gone to heaven or the other place, the good place or the bad place. And as he's inhabiting this new dimension, he's a card player and he notices, oh, he wins all the games and all the women pay him attention all the time. Oh, the cigars are perfect. All his favorite foods, and he realizes this must be the good place. Well, after a few days where he's always winning, where all the women are always paying attention to him, where he's always having just his favorite foods, nothing else, he realizes, oh, this is the bad place. So when we look at others and try to lay our judgments upon who is more divine or less divine, if the divine's in everyone, we're all divine. We have to see that self. Tough. Shall we practice? Balancing poses can help us become more centered and fully present with ourselves. There we go. Must have gotten taller. Here we go. Let's switch. Okay. And let's have 5 minutes of, I invite you to contemplate. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Donna. And this practice is also dedicated to Vera. For 5 minutes, can you really accept that the true self, the divine spark in us and in everything, is right here with you, no matter how you may already feel your day is going or this moment is going? Can you connect to that for 5 minutes? Let's find out. Welcome back. Coming back, but maybe not too far back. Is this a practice, an idea you can carry throughout your day? Maybe. Well, we'll check in tomorrow. I do plan to see you tomorrow. Until then,